Everyone loves a good occasional firmware update for their favorite hardware. These unavoidable downloads are what keep our systems fresh and up to date and give game companies an excuse to charge you for more storage once you've downloaded one too many. These firmware updates are essential to any device or operating system's lifespan because it gives developers a way of putting out new features that aren't present at the device's launch. Some are changes that are needed, like, security updates, performance fixes, all that good stuff. Or they could be adding things that aren't exactly necessary things like UI changes, new applications, or Windows 11. These updates are especially no exception to game consoles, which arguably see the most of these mentioned firmware updates. And depending on how freaky the console company wants to get, these updates can range from minor things in the background that you don't even see to damn near a whole revamp of the console's look, which sometimes divides the users of the consoles due to the fact that these changes might not be so welcome. And that's definitely been the case with the Xbox side of consoles over the years, as they've seen their fair share of drastic UI changes over the course of routine firmware updates. I mean, the Xbox 360 went from this cool 𝘈𝘓𝘐𝘕 Arrow style of dashboard to more of an Amazon Fire Stick ripoff. It's just what happens as the console evolves. Microsoft doesn't want the console to stay stagnant, so they'll occasionally try adding or redoing things on the console to see what works and what doesn't. And you could definitely see them doing that again recently, as the Xbox console most recent update added a new feature to the UI that wasn't necessarily bad, but it landed them on the spectrum of criticism because the fans wanted something else. So it ultimately turned into a case of Microsoft trying to please the fans, but inadvertently missing the mark. But you will be pleased to hear about my Patreon. If you want to support the channel, gain access to exclusive videos that'll never go to YouTube, or be able to watch my channel videos earlier than when I usually upload them, feel free to check the link in the description below and become a Patreon member today. So this new Xbox update is apparently only out for a subset of Xbox Series consoles, meaning that some people have it now and some people don't. I don't know if it's going to roll out for everyone or why everyone doesn't have it, but that's apparently the case, so there's that. And even just with that preface, the update is already off to a bad impression, and I didn't even get to tell you what it is yet. Luckily, it's not a major UI change that's desperately needed, as all it is a new rendition of the console search page, the feature of the console that allows you to search for applications and settings from the dashboard. It has a new and improved look that's visually appealing and overall a solid change, nothing really to complain about as far as the feature goes. However, what the fans are complaining about is the fact that Microsoft chose to add this feature instead of another long-awaited change that feels long overdue. And that change fans wanted to see is a new dashboard, or basically a whole new front page that you see on the console when you first start it up. Now, in our modern day-to-day lives, we use technology that usually comes with its own form of a dashboard UI. Think of things like a Roku, a Fire Stick, a smart TV, and, of course, modern-day video game consoles. And if you've used any of these devices recently, you can probably notice that these front page UIs are hella similar. And with it being on damn near everything, let alone Xbox, I can see why fans want to see changes to this basic design like how Microsoft is known to do over the years with their consoles. Like this simple square logo dashboard just gets boring to look at sometimes, man. Bring back the 3D shaded textures, please. Fans took to Twitter following the announcement of this update to express their disappointment in the new features that they wanted not being there. Of course, it's not like Xbox won't consider or maybe even already made plans to change the dashboard UI. Like we said, every modern console that they've made has gotten drastic changes down the line. But as of right now, Microsoft hasn't said anything about a dashboard update or even hinted at it, so when we could expect this is uncertain. I just hope they go back to 𝘈𝘓𝘐𝘕 Arrow because companies tend to follow designs that are popular, so if Xbox becomes a trendsetter, then the world just might actually become a better place. Hopefully though, the Xbox players get what they want sooner than later though, because there's no doubt that a good console like the Series would only become better.